Yay, someone is watching.
Awesome. Hi.
Okay. I'm James Stevens.
I'm Kayla. We've been married for about 2.5 years now.
So we're just going to tell you a little bit about ourselves. Flight delayed. Alright. So I get done with college and start working just like everybody else. And I meet her. And everything's, just going along like normal. And,
It's okay.
hey Matt, how are you? Anyway, so my thinking was, why follow the way that everybody else is going? Why not try something different? And that's pretty much our story, is that whenever we got together, we got married, and we had Darylyn, our daughter, the next year. And we had to stay with my parents for a year, would you say?
Year and a half to 2
Yeah, a year and a half, maybe a year. And that was pretty tough. Glad that they let us stay there for a while. But the reason we did that was so that we could take this opportunity to buy this property and really rebuild it from the ground up. And so we had to stay in my parents' house for a year just so we could work on this place and get it livable. So that's what we've done, and we got moved in here, and now the task is to rebuild all this land. This actually used to be a bar about maybe in the 1950s or so. And so everything is trashed out, and it's just a big piece of work, a work in progress. And so this year we planted a garden, we're standing in it right now. And this was really our second time for, really my second year for gardening.
This is my first year trying out a
Yeah,
big
so
garden.
we're very new to this. I've been interested in permaculture for about 2 years and just got on fire for it, went to conferences, tried to get everything I could, bought the permaculture student too, all that stuff. And our plan is, we would like to, really our mission is to inspire and empower others that are basically our age to live regeneratively, pursue projects, develop their goals, and not be intimidated by learning new skills and trying new things. So I feel like that a lot of people our age, we didn't learn a whole lot of hard skills when we were growing up. And so now that I'm 29 years old, it's like, oh wow, where was all this at? And now I'm trying to get it all now. And so that's pretty much our mission, is to walk the walk and use our own blunders from our own projects to show vulnerability, with the hope of encouraging others to attempt their projects and learn skills that they missed out on. And really the second half of our mission is pretty much to grow healthy food for our family first, and then after that, go to other families in the community thereafter. Exactly. Administrative assistants. Sounds better than receptionist. So from here, we're looking at, well, how do we do those two things? How do we inspire and empower others to learn to live regeneratively? And how do we grow healthy food? Because, I can't afford the food at the grocery store that's organic every week. So this is our plan, to grow it here. The first thing.
One of the first things we're going to do is to bring in revenue for making our garden, making our food forest, is to actually create homemade products such as bath bombs and foot scrubs, lip balms. I'm making step stools and pillows. Hello. And we've only gone to one this year, but we're hoping to grow more into the craft fair to help out with this by learning more at each new craft fair, creating new products to go to that. Oh, most of the stuff I did learn, the foot scrub and the bath bomb was made from Erica Strauss's book, The Hands-On Home. So try to check that out.
Yeah, and so I guess the idea is to use that just to generate some side revenue to really give us some money to buy plants and cuttings and those types of things, and really get this acre kick-started with perennials. And so with these crafts fairs, we'll double down on the products that people demand. I mean, it's that simple on that. The other thing we're going to try to do is the farmers market is really going to be the first thing with the garden. We're going to try to use annual production to generate cash flow, and use that cash flow to transition to a more perennial based system, food forest type thing, because I'd like to get trees going, and of course they're a little more expensive, but maybe I should learn propagation too, right? And the idea with the crafts as well is, like you say, Chris Black, we don't have this yet. This is really more of a video telling people where we're trying to go. And so that's really the first step for us, is we want to broadcast ourselves and really just build up a backlog of content for 6 months to a year. And by the time we get into the actual farmers market annual production side of thing, then we'll have some content to go along with it. And yes, we definitely need to think about that, starting a little backyard nursery. And so yeah. So yes, we don't have a website yet. We're still trying to think of a name for the operation. We're considering 7 Mile Farm, which is really a piggyback on 9 Mile Farm, but it's kind of not, because we're on top of a hill called 7 Mile Hill. So, and then of course after that, I'd like to try out the CSA thing. And really the first step on the CSA is going to be, we've got 3 people, three family members really, that are going to be getting the sample products. And we're going to, like, for the first year, which this will be 2018, we're going to ramp up this garden this fall and then really get it going in the spring of 2018. But we're going to have the sample CSA, and just try to provide that value bi-weekly really, for our friends and family. And then if we can pull that off, then we'll know, hey, we can take this and ask for money for it. And then like I said, from there, we'll try to use that money to transition a little more toward perennials. And that's the step after that will be using these. We've got oak trees, post oaks, and elms around this property, using them as islands, kind of following a Stefan Sokoviak model, with the nitrogen fixer and the understory filled out. And really with the annual production, I should have mentioned also that I'm taking a lot of that from Curtis Stone and Jean-Martin Fortier, 30-inch beds. We're going to try out 20-inch walkways, and as we come through and trim the grass, it kind of acts like a mulch for that. Like, it works pretty good on the cucumbers that I'm standing in front of right now. But so yeah, that's pretty much the business plan for that. Yes, we definitely need to look at more things, and the idea will be to have many sources of income, even if they're small, because they'll add up. And the end goal is pretty much for me to quit my job, and this will be my job. That's the hope. So really, I just want to inspire people to do that, and we're going to document the process along the way. So you're going to see us building a fence out of pallet wood. You're going to see us set up a rain catchment system so that we don't have to use city water to water our gardens, and those types of things. And I'd like to just document and broadcast the process so that other people can be inspired to do it too.
Which we have a YouTube channel just about ready. We actually put the link in the description, so you guys can check that out.
Yeah, and there's a few videos from the past, but really this is going to be the first video, and then we're going to start out weekly, and I'd like to up that to even more videos than that. Hopefully we can get up to daily too. And if I get pretty good at this, then maybe I could do daily and not worry about it. So
Yeah, it'll be wonderful to watch all this grow, won't it?
so yes, if you're interested in watching the journey happen, step by step, the entire process, raw, uncut, that's what we're going to be doing here. So, all right, well.
So real quick before we finish, we just kind of want to show off a little of our garden. So this is kind of what we have so far. We have a radish group right here. Our cucumbers, which we actually have one ready right now for
A Boston
pickling.
pickling cucumber.
Yes. We have different types of beans in there, some okra back there. We have some squash and melons.
Which, by the way, Matt, I don't know if you know the variety, but there's a bean that's yellow with purple stripes and spots on it from rareseeds.com. They don't quite taste as good as the green ones, but my goodness, do they produce a lot. So,
Anyway, thanks.
thank you all.
All right.
Have a good evening.
We'll talk to you guys later.